If I wanted to be unkind, I would say that the latest argument, which is really doing the rounds at the moment and is appearing in the comments section and is being wheeled out on GB News, why? Because I keep my eye on GB News, is that you don't have all the facts. Wait until you have all the facts. It could be said that people who put out that argument are losing the argument and are trying to make everybody quiet until the argument turns in their favour. I don't follow that view at all. I like to hear opposing opinions. And I also don't believe that we should keep quiet until we have all the facts. I think we should use the facts we've got. The concept that our understanding evolves with the acquisition of new information is a cornerstone of both scientific inquiry and rational thought. John Maynard Keynes, the wonderful economist, famously said, "When the facts change, I change my mind. What do you do, sir?" And this dictum highlights the necessity of adapting our beliefs and our decisions in the light of new evidence, which is fundamental to progress any intellectual concept. It's fundamental to advance any scientific idea. When the facts change, I change my mind. In the realm of science, the process of revising opinions based on emerging data is integral. It operates on the principle of falsification, as articulated by the philosopher Karl Popper, who argued that scientific theories should be framed in a way that they can be disproven by evidence. This ensures that science remains a dynamic and self-correcting endeavour. When one fact is disproved by a better fact, we move to the better fact without stopping to consider what we are dumping. Similarly, in the context of society and of political ideas, adherence to evolving facts rather than static narrative or static pronouncements or propaganda is crucial. The insistence on sticking to an approved narrative, despite new evidence, is reminiscent of the sheep in George Orwell's Animal Farm, who blindly follow slogans without understanding. The allegory of the sheep serves as a cautionary tale against the uncritical acceptance of information, urging us to be vigilant and critical, not to be waiting until that information is updated to a convenient narrative. Thomas Jefferson's assertion, "Error of opinion may be tolerated where reason is left free to combat it." It underscores the importance of open discourse and the correction of mistakes. Through reasoned debate, through new information, this approach fosters a culture where truth is constantly sought and refined. Truth isn't something we get. Truth is something we keep collecting. And we're never completely in possession of the truth. It's something which is elusive. The philosopher John Stuart Mill also emphasized the value of diverse perspectives in his work on liberty. He says, "He who knows only his own side of the case knows very little of that." He argued that exposure to differing viewpoints not only strengthens our understanding, but also guards against the stagnation of thought. He might have said, it also lets us know what the other side is thinking so that we can plan a better rebuff. The pursuit of truth is an iterative process where facts are constantly reassessed and added, and changing one's mind is not a failing, it's not a sign of hypocrisy or inadequacy. It's a response to new information. It's not a sign of weakness or intellectual stupidity. It's a sign of intellectual rigour and integrity. Remaining mute until an approved narrative is provided, as Orwell's sheep do, undermines the process of rational thought and conversation. Parliament is based on the word that William the Conqueror used when he assembled his nobles and he wore the crown and he had a parley, a conversation. Not everybody spoke the complete truth. Not everybody spoke sense. that people talked. And actually, you learn a great deal from somebody who's lying. You learn a great deal, because most of the time the truth comes out in some form, and the lie is not static, but nor is the truth. Embracing the fluidity of facts, the fluidity of information, the fluidity of knowledge, the Heraclitus idea that you can't step in the same river twice, that everything is flowing, is being open to change, and that is essential for general progress in science, in society, in politics, and in basic discourse. If you have an opinion and you cannot switch it, and you cannot move, then you are dead inside, and you might just as well be mute. I would rather put out 2 or 3 wrong opinions based on information which has not yet emerged than wait silently until that information is no longer of value. I would rather be a process than a finished product.